Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Layla. She lived in a luxurious palace with her parents, the king and queen, but she always dreamed of adventure and exploration outside the palace walls. One day, Layla decided to fulfill her dream, so she snuck out of the palace and began her journey into the dark forest. As Layla wandered through the forest, she got lost among the dense trees and couldn't find her way back. She tried to stay calm, but as time passed, she began to feel scared and lonely. At that moment, an old, strange-looking woman appeared before her. This woman was the evil witch who lived deep in the forest. The witch smiled wickedly and said, "Hello, princess, what brings you to this dark forest?" Layla replied innocently, "I'm lost and can't find my way. Can you help me?" The witch saw Layla's predicament as an opportunity to exploit her. So she replied deceitfully, "Of course, my dear. I can help you, but you'll need to do a small favor for me first." Layla agreed without hesitation, as she was feeling desperate. The witch led Layla to a dark cave. There she asked her to gather rare herbs from a dark corner of the cave. But what Layla didn't know was that these herbs contained powerful magic that the witch could use to enhance her evil powers. After Layla collected the herbs, the witch took them and said, "Well done, princess. Now I'll help you." But instead, the witch cast a spell that made Layla feel weak and drowsy. Before Layla lost consciousness, she heard the witch laughing. The witch said, "You're now under my control, princess, and I will use your strength and beauty to achieve my evil goals." But in the heart of the darkness, where everything seemed hopeless, a faint light appeared. This light came from a magical stone that Layla wore around her neck, a stone she had inherited from her mother, the queen. The stone's power began to work, weakening the spell, allowing Layla to regain her strength. With great courage, Layla stood up and confronted the witch. She said firmly, "I won't let you use me to achieve your evil purposes." As the power of the magical stone grew, the witch's spell began to fade, and her power started to crumble. Realizing she had lost the battle, the witch fled the forest without looking back. Layla was finally able to leave the forest and return to the palace. She realized how fortunate she was to have that magical stone. She learned that courage and intelligence are the greatest weapons one can have in facing evil. And so Layla returned to her life in the palace, but she learned an important lesson: never to trust strangers easily, and to always listen to her instincts. After returning to the palace, Layla was warmly welcomed by her parents, who had been very worried about her during her absence. Instead of returning to her routine life, Layla began to reflect on what had happened to her in the forest. Layla grew wiser from this experience and decided not to let this adventure be just a bitter memory, but to use it to become a better princess for her people. Layla began to learn the arts of combat and self-defense and studied ancient magic books. During her studies, Layla discovered that the magical stone that saved her had a long history and great significance. This stone was part of a rare collection of magical stones, each possessing a unique power. Layla realized that she had to protect these stones from falling into the hands of anyone who might use them for evil purposes. So she decided to embark on a new adventure, to search for the remaining magical stones and protect them from evildoers.